Those who love sleep will come to blank. Wake, evil, poverty, joy, poverty. Saul originally sent for David to blank. Meet his successor, play music for him, predict for him, murder him. Play music for him. How old was Ismael when he was circumcised? 13, 19, 16, 17. 13. In a parable, Christ compared the separation of the righteous from the wicked to the harvest of thorns, corn, grapes, wheat. Abraham's first wife was Miriam, Rebecca, Sarai, Micah, Sarai. When king's servants brought food to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, what did they refuse to do? Eat it, throw it, share it, squeeze it, eat it. Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto your people, your father, me, yourself, me. After Jacob restless with the angel changes Jacob's name to Israel, Aleah, Hebron, Shem, Israel. Blessed is the man that trusted in the Lord, for they shall be as a blank planted by the waters, plant, tree, vine, vast tree. When man bought Joseph from the merchantmen, Jacob army Potiphar Judah. Potiphar. What things was present in the dream Jacob had after leaving his family? A roof, a book, a ladder, a sheep, a ladder. John said, Jesus coming unto him and saith, Behold, which taken away the sin of the world. The Lion of God, the Lamb of God, the Root of David, the tribe of Judah, the Lamb of God. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than blank. Many plans, great treasure, many wives, many kingdoms. Great treasure. When Philip preached the gospel, where did Peter and John go? Joas, Gadara, Ananias, Samaria. Where did the wise men first come and inquire of the birth of Jesus after seeing the star? Capernaum, Jerusalem, Sharon, Hebron, Jerusalem. And he that taketh not his blank and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Life, Bible, Cross, Family, Cross. And Jesus said, if they knew him, then they knew what else was there. Ways, Father, mind, word, Father. Delilah husband was Ahasuerus, Heber, Jacob. We are not told. Jesus described the scribes and blank as blind guides who strain a grant but swallow a camel. The Sadducees, Pharisees, the Sanhedrin, the kings, Pharisees. Labor not be blank, sickly, guilty, rich, strong. Sickly, rich. Which king threatened to cut a child in half? Saul, David, Solomon, Hezekiah. Solomon. not do for God, seeing thou art in the same condemnation. Lazarus, an Egyptian, laying Atif. Yeah, and all that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer blank, fame, persecution, hunger, prosperity, persecution. How many baskets fulls of pieces were left when Jesus fed the 5,000? 3, 16, 12, 24, 12. Since when did the author of Psalm 71 begin to trust God? Since childhood, since last Saturday, since Jubilee, since land deal field, since childhood. What form of literature is revelation? Prose, epistle, apocalypse, poetry, apocalypse. How does all scriptures come to us? By seeking for them from prophets, by God's inspiration from preachers, by God's inspiration. Be not forgetful to entertain blank, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware, strangers, minister, believers, persecuted, strangers. Which wise man wrote the majority of Proverbs? Abraham, David, Solomon, Moses. Solomon. How did God lead Moses and his people through the desert? A map, a star in the night, a pillar of cloud, a herd of animals, a pillar of cloud. Which of these was a parable that Jesus taught? The 40 housewives, the 20 soldiers, the 30 scholars, the 10 virgins. The 10 virgins. Do you know whose name was changed to Israel? Joseph, Moses, Jacob, Adam. Jacob. According to Genesis, how many brothers did Joseph have? 3, 11, 99, 2. 11. How did John the Baptist in the Bible die? Old age, a disease, beheaded, crucified. Beheaded. The soldiers decided who would get Jesus' undergarment by blank, by rank, by casting lots, by fighting, by sharing. By casting lots. The Old Testament of the Bible contains the sacred writings of whom? The Romans, the Jews, the Greeks, the Muslims. The Jews. Where did Daniel's accuser were punished? The lion's den, fiery furnace, the hill, iron bars. The lion's den. Noah sent out blank from the ark after the flood. Crow and pigeon, dove and gull, raven and dove, swan and quail. Raven and dove. What is the longest book in the Bible? Revelation, Isaiah, Genesis, Psalms. To whom did God say, "My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness"? Paul, Barnabas, Daniel, Silas. Paul. Ismael father was Gaham, Job, Abraham, Esau. Abraham. A woman snuck through a crowd to touch Jesus, hoping she might be healed of blank. deafness, blindness, leprosy, a clue of blood nga. Colossians 1:15 tell us what is God like. Morgan Freeman, an elderly man, a lot like Jesus, a big bright blur. A lot like Jesus. Jesus described blank as the salt of the earth. His disciples, Paul, Elijah, Peter. His disciples. Blank named the animals. God, Eve, Cain, Adam. According to Matthew 11:30, Jesus taught us what is easy to carry. His yoke, a point hook, his yoke, an egg's yoke. His yoke. What did Paul say that kept him from being arrogant? His curse, a thorn in his flesh. His wife, his wisdom, a thorn in his flesh. What is the fate of a woman whose husband died without leaving an heir according to Israelite law? Marry brother-in-law, be left alone, she must marry again, kill herself too. Marry brother-in-law. In what Bible story does a character said this line? By this time, he is sinned. Rebuilding the walls, prodigal sons, blind man's story, the story of Lazarus. The story of Lazarus. Which of these people below are not in the Old Testament? Paul, Isaac, Hosea, Jodah. Paul. The Philistine princess disapproved of David's presence and chased army because David's Hebrew heritage, poor manners, unshaven face, ruddy complexion. Hebrew heritage.